Women in politics. What makes us shy away from politics and what draws us in? Today I have with me Sonia. Sonia is a councilwoman in West Windsor Township. Sonia, welcome to Soul Talks with Alka.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, thank you. So you're harder to connect with than the president.
Oh my goodness.
Not that I've ever tried the president, but you're harder to connect. I think that's what it would be. So I know being a mom, being a council member, you have a lot of roles that you're playing, right?
True.
But my question is, why did you decide to get into politics?
All right. Well, I've been in this community, my town, for a little over 11 years, so a little over a decade, right?
Okay.
And I'm a mom of two young kids, right? 10 and 12, barely 12, who act like teenagers, by the way. And I've been involved in the community through schools, through PTA, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, various other mom activities.
Right.
And then you go in and out and you build this whole community and you're in the community and then you start seeing things that is not quite right. It's just like somewhere in the back of them, it's like, that needs to be done differently or whatever. And then it was just like, why do we women always want to stand on the sidelines and just complain about it?
Yes.
Right? Can we do something about it? Why don't we take the step towards that? And let's take a stand, let's take a step and see what we can do. Maybe we have a different perspective from men or I'm not a politician,
right?
But this is the first time I jumped into the well and said, let me see what it is all about.
But it's I would never think of going into politics. I ran for the Board of Education and I lost. And I always thank my stars that I lost because it would have been too political for me, even though it's not supposed to be a political position, but it always somehow gets political. I would never think of it. Just you think of politics as being dirty and, we're going to be, it's the election year anyway. And you see how back and forth and how ugly things get. Like, were you afraid of the dirt, just the dirty politics?
I did not think it that way.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
The same thing. I didn't think that way.
Okay.
Because it was just the effort or the idea of doing something for the community. It's just volunteering my time for the community, right?
Okay.
My husband volunteers at the fire station. So I volunteered for many years in different things, doing different things. Mm-hmm. So it was just the extension of that volunteer hours or time for my own community where I am building my home. I have my kids there, my husband, my family, So it was just an extension of those volunteer hours.
Yeah.
But as you said, unfortunately, it's really not very clean.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounds too rosy.
I know, it's not. But I did not think it that way.
Yeah.
But now, once you get into it, last year when this is my first year being the council member,
right?
Took office January 1st. So last summer is when I was campaigning,
right?
And then all of a sudden, once you announce yourself saying that okay, I'm running for a position, and you start campaigning and talking to people, you start seeing different perspective from different people.
Yes,
right. All of a sudden, people who you thought were friends or who you thought they liked you, all of a sudden they are on the edge with you at every second, no matter what you say.
Right.
So it took me a while to adjust to that, change, and grow the thick skin, as you may say.
Yes.
If you, which I did not think hard enough.
Yeah, you don't think you need it.
Because again, in my thought, in my opinion, and it was I'm talking about my own town, a small town, just the workings of the town.
Yeah.
We're not talking about state and, going about
national.
There. Yeah. So it was just it's a small town, just the workings of the town. What does the council do? Budget and, day-to-day things, basically. But no. It's not that rosy.
It's not that rosy. But so when you were talking to other women, would you encourage other women to get into politics? And what would you say to them? Because when I was going for Board of Education, things came out about my personal life. I was like, wait, why are you guys talking about my personal life? This has nothing to do with anything, right? But they need to attack somehow, right? So I don't know. I gotta.
This is what I think it is. People need something to complain about.
Yes.
And who do they complain about? People who are doing something, right? Now, even though we have the good intentions of working and for the community, for the good of the community,
right?
Simple. It's like, town council. Really, we do not have much of a, saying that, oh my goodness, we have power. We don't. We really don't have power. But I think it's just the habit of, okay, we have somebody at the dartboard now. Let's throw
do this.
darts.
Yeah. And I think
that's what it is.
Yeah, but that's what also turns people away, right?
Right.
That's what turns people away from national political seats. That's what turns people from town political seats. But what is it that drives you still to do it? What change do you think you're going to make? And what change did you set out to make?
So my hope and wish is that we keep the negativity and the toxicness that comes with politics, any politician.
With any politician.
Right? Good, bad, whatever it is, it just, for some reason, it just brings the negativity out. And my hope is that we can put that on the side.
Yes.
And actually see what needs to be done, right? Like my town is a non-partisan town. So my hope and wish is that I can put aside the negativity that comes and focus on the positive goodness of what actually needs to be done and bring everybody together.
Nice.
So that's what I want to portray and work on, and hopefully I would be successful in that and encourage other people that we can actually keep the negativity on the side. It doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't have to be. How do you manage being a mommy and doing this?
It's hard.
Yeah.
I have young children, so it is hard. It's a juggle. It's a struggle and it's a juggle, but I think if you really plan it out and manage it properly, manage the expectations, you can. Anybody can. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how does a South Asian woman in politics, how does that work, right? Because you're not only in the boys' club, but you're also a minority in the boys' club, right? And how does that play out? Did you ever think of that?
I did.
Okay.
Because it did come to me saying that, because people asked me about, oh, your English is so good.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, thank you. Because they thought that I don't speak English or I have a thick accent, probably.
Right.
So that was something to digest when I heard that the first time.
Right.
And also, again, moving about with as you said, boys club.
Right.
Mostly boys, mostly men.
Yes.
So we have to get in there sometimes and talk to them saying that, hey, I'm here.
Yes. So do you have to get yourself noticed?
Well, I wouldn't say get myself noticed forcefully per se.
Right.
But there are times when you have to say, all right, I have a different perspective.
Right.
Let's hear me out. And
right.
Let's yes, it has been done in a certain way for how many ever long time.
Right.
But let's shift things around a little bit.
Nice.
So
how many women and men in your council now?
We are 3 of us. Actually, it's really well balanced right now.
Oh, okay.
So we are 3 women on the council, and we have 2 men and 1 mayor. They're male, so we are
okay. And are you the only South Asian?
I'm the only South Asian.
Okay.
Yes. Well, our mayor is South Asian.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is also his first term.
Okay.
So we are seeing a shift in the town. The demographics are changing.
Right.
So it's good to see. People coming forward.
That's right. And it's good to see that people accepting that, right?
Right.
That's also important because you're in a leadership role and
Right.
it has to be accepted by everybody.
Exactly.
And now you have to prove that you're
right. So this is the first, like our last council was not as well balanced, I think.
okay. So that's actually a pretty nice.
It's good to
It's a
see
nice
that.
structure.
Right. It's a nice structure.
And after you become a councilor, have you seen people change with you when you go out? Positive or negative after you've been elected already?
Not necessarily.
No?
I think well, sometimes people don't even recognize me, so
That's okay.
So, but
they have
that's
to
fine.
recognize
That's
your...
actually good sometimes.
Yeah, that's actually good. You get to hear it.
But people do think once you are in council that, oh, you're in council, so you can do X, Y, and Z, and then you get calls. My trash did not get picked up. I was like, yeah, call the public works. I don't do that. But simple things like that, people think, oh, I can just get the information out right away. So I do see that change.
Okay. You're the go-to person for a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that shift.
Okay.
Before it was mostly because I have been PTA president before and Girl Scout leader. So it was more in that form.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden it's like, oh, anything town wise, you have the information, which is to a certain extent true.
Right.
I can get more information out, or I have reach to get the information out, but not always.
Yes.
Right? Certain things is again out of my hands.
Yeah. So a lot of South Asian women, and women, of course, generally shy away from learning about politics. They say, you know what, it's all the same, whatever. And don't really get into politics. But a lot of South Asian women don't take a whole lot of interest in politics. What would be your advice to women in saying how to get involved in leadership?
Okay. So I think it's really important for everyone to be involved.
Yes.
I think not just women or South Asian. I think it's really important to get involved, learn about your town. Not only just town, but that's the beginning. That's your home, right? That's what I say. Town is my home.
Right.
So you have to start from your home and then build upon that. Right. National politics is also very important. It affects us. It's extremely important.
Yes.
Local politics is very important because it affects us on a daily basis.
Yes.
On our day-to-day stuff.
Yes.
Right? So that is also very important. So it is extremely important to get involved, know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? Have the knowledge of what's going on, because we are the constituents of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
That we live in.
Yes.
Be it town, be it state, be it your national, the country, wherever you live. If we want something to be changed,
yes,
then we have to take those steps to make that change happen.
Yes. Yes.
Right? We can't just wait and sit and say, oh, somebody else will do it.
Yeah.
Why do we wait for somebody else to do it?
Yeah.
Right? Why can't we take the steps? And
this is
we may fail.
Yeah, we may fail.
We may fail.
Yeah.
But we may not.
Right.
Right? We may learn something. We may teach somebody else something else.
Yeah.
So...
and that has also become a good role model for the second generation, right?
Right.
To get involved in politics. And
exactly.
So as a council person, do you see yourself more involved in the national politics as well? Like, since you've become getting into politics, like, do you see yourself more involved in national politics? Are you seeing yourself heading there as well? Or are you going to be capping it at the town level?
I haven't really thought about that. I am involved in the sense I am very aware of everything that's happening, especially this year with election year.
Yes.
It's a big year. So I'm involved. I'm aware. I'm making sure people are aware of what needs to be done, or I'm not helping them make their choice.
Yes.
But at least getting the information out, right? So if I'm being involved, yes, I am being involved in that fashion.
Right.
Am I seeing myself moving in that direction? I don't know. I haven't thought that yet. I'm content here right now.
Okay.
At my home level.
Okay.
My local level. That's what I want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what future will bring.
That's very nice. Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You never know where you'll
You
be
never
heading.
know. You never know.
We may be
But
talking
have I
to-
thought about it? No, I have not.
Yeah, we may be talking to the next mayor. We may be talking to the... We wanted people to see what the perspective was from a female point of view in politics, especially a South Asian female point of view. It's important that we're all involved. I myself shy away from politics. So you're actually directly speaking to me because I absolutely hate politics.
I'm a first generation,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
for me, everything is new in this country. I have been in this country for 2 decades now,
Yeah,
but I don't know how things work here.
right.
So I started again, going back to volunteering time. I
Yeah.
started volunteering to learn
Yeah,
how things work,
right.
right? So I can help the next generation, my next generation
Yes.
out. So, but if I shy away
Yeah,
from that, I will not learn. I won't know what's happening.
yeah,
Then how do I bring my next generation, my children,
yeah.
up
Absolutely.
to what they need to know?
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Well, you make changes, small changes.
Small changes.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you for coming on Soul Talks with Alka. Thank you for talking to the audience.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And stay tuned for another episode of Soul Talks with Alka. We'll see you next week.